Hey guys, I don't know if you guys can see what's going on yet, but hi. Hopefully you guys are jumping on. Um, I am trying to set up the stream with my camera this time. I did it with my phone last week, or not last week, last month, and I wanted to try it with my camera. So it's a little bit different, the setup, and I'm still learning, so hopefully everything will go smoothly, but this is a little, it's a little new, so we'll see how this goes. Hi everybody, I'm Stephanie and welcome to Squared Plans. Glad you guys could all join me this Sunday afternoon for a little live flip through of my February planner after the pen. So this week, or this month, I keep saying this week, this month I'm going to kind of go pretty quickly through it versus last time I did it I was very thorough. So if you guys have questions as I'm going through, just shoot them out in the chat and I'll try to keep an eye on them so I can answer them as they come up. Can everybody hear me okay? I think I have everything set up well, but if you can't, let me know and I will make some adjustments. Hi everybody, I've seen you guys all come in the chat, yay! Yeah, I was apprehensive about scheduling this on the last day of Go Wild. I know a lot of planner babes are out having fun at Disneyland or just enjoying themselves at the conference, but for all of you guys who didn't go like myself, you guys can have a little fun planner moment here with me this weekend. Awesome, everybody can hear me, that's great. And okay, let's get started. All right, so like I said, I will be doing a flip through of my After the Pen spreads from February. So I plan out of this one catch-all planner. I put 5 different planners a month at a time into this one planner and then use this the entire month to plan out of, and then I switch it out with the next month each time. And so that way I only have to work out of one planner, but I can section out my life into the different categories you're going to see. So to begin, I have my normal setup. Nothing has changed from my last video. Let me get everything all situated here. So we're just going to jump right to the very first section, which is my faith planner. And that was right here. So in the front of my faith planner, I like to do a cover page. I just started doing this bullet journal style of planning, and I am learning as I go. So what I've decided to do is to keep this black washi tape as kind of the connecting factor through all my months, and then I'll change out the design each month. So last month in January I did snowflakes, and then this month I did a stamping kind of design from Cocoa Daisy with some, with just some pen, which you're going to see. Let's see. So February, like I said, I did use some stamps from Cocoa Daisy. I like to theme out the entire month in the same way, and I will start off the month usually with some kind of verse too that will help me get the thing started. So this is how the very first page turned out. Next we have, let me recenter this. Next I have a spread of 2 different items. I have my prayer list, which I have been categorizing into 4 different categories. I have my family prayers, my friend prayers, people in the world, outside of my sphere of influence, if you will, and then for myself. And I've been doing that pretty consistently. It just helps me remember to pray for people, not just like my family, my friends, but like pray for others that I don't normally, think about on a regular basis, if you will, and for myself, which is something I wasn't really doing very much of until late last year. So that's why I decided to do the sections. That way I could kind of make sure that every time I pray, I go down through the list and check all the boxes, if you will. So I have that, and then I was doing a daily gratitude here on this page, which I did the same thing for January, and I just write down something that I'm grateful for each month. For March, I'm going to change it up a little bit, which I showed a preview of in my plan with me, but for the month of February, I did kind of the same thing as I did in January. This one I had some trouble with the inking. If you saw the plan with me, you'll know that I'm new to stamping, and so I was definitely struggling on the struggle bus with the stamps during this. Gotten a little better, learning some techniques. You guys are giving me some tips, so that's really great. And yeah, so this is how it turned out. So this is the first week of February, and the way that I've been using my faith planner is I have been doing a daily reading for many, many years now, and this year I decided to actually summarize my daily reading from the Bible on the weekly, and then I am doing a verse of the day that I get from the same app that I do my reading from. The app is called YouVersion, and it's a Bible app that has a bunch of different things that you could do with it, different Bible studies, reading plans, the verse of the day like I mentioned. So it's a really good app. I use it a lot. I talk about it pretty much every time I talk about my faith planner because I use it pretty religiously, no pun intended. And what I did for the verse of the day is I used a small, thin tipped Twi marker from Arteza, and I just decided to pick the color that was kind of less used in my planner. So there was a ombre effect with the stamping ink that I did, so I had like this brighter pink and then the like almost peachy orange I used for a lot more of the setup. So I used the pink in the designs of the verses. I pretty much do a different style each time I try to do it, but I try to vary my styling of lettering as I go, and it's just a way for me to practice both my lettering and getting into the Word with the verse of the day. So I've been doing this for a couple of years. The summary is a new addition this year, so yeah, it's pretty much the same. Let's see, which plan am I using from YouVersion? So I looked it up last time I did the flip through because somebody else asked me that. It's called Listening to the Word. I can actually pull it up now that I'm not using my phone. So plan is, yes. So this is the plan, listening to the Word, and I'm on track here. I've been going through my thing, but it has a nice devotional in the beginning. I don't know if you guys can see this actually. Make sure it's in view. So it starts off with a devotional, and then you get a couple of readings from the Old Testament, sometimes a psalm, sometimes not, and then usually a reading from the New Testament. All in one day. It takes about 15 minutes, and I actually listen to it. So I play the reading of the Bible while I'm either I'm doing the lettering or I'm actually reading along with the audio, and then that way I can have time to do a summary as well. Sorry, I'm a little out of breath. I think my husband's getting sick too, and I'm starting to struggle a little bit with my lungs. So I might have to take a couple breaks here and there. Thank you guys. I'm glad you guys are on, and yes, YouVersion is awesome. So yes, this is how the first week turned out. And so you can see in the first week it's kind of like I don't know, just a different way with boxes here, and then I put all the summaries together in one side. So I tried that layout, which I did one like this similar in January. Changed it up a little bit here, decided to try the summaries at the top in their own boxes, and then do the daily readings or daily verses down below in some boxes. Just try some different layouts, see what I like the best, and get a feel for how to get a nice balance with what I need to do as far as the summary and the writing. I noticed that I wasn't really having enough room to write sometimes the summary in this layout, so I probably won't use this one again for that, but it was nice to have a nice big chunk for my lettering practice. So let's see, so the big boxes are quotes of the day, yes, and the summary is from the plan, correct. So I'm just summarizing what I read, and the reason that I do that is because I used to tune out a little bit while I was listening to the Bible. I would try to multitask, and I really wanted to be more diligent this year with, you know, paying attention to what I was reading. So that's why I added in the summary, so that I would have to actively listen and kind of reiterate what I had heard. And that helped me a lot, just get a little bit more focused in the morning on what I was reading instead of trying to, you know, put things into my planner or, you know, do coffee and, you know, just, you know what I mean? Like just spread my time around and try to get more done and then just have it playing in the background. And then sometimes I would really lose the message or not really hear fully what was being said. So that's why I do that. Oh, thank you for the kind words for the sickness. Yeah, I'm just glad it wasn't COVID. So anyway, this is how the second week turned out. I got a little bit better with the stamping, as you can see. I had set up the first week and those first pages that I went through in the plan with me, but then I usually would plan a week in advance for the rest of the weeks so I could change things out and try some different things. So this week I tried, you know, a different layout, and I re-stamped. And this one, like I said, the stamping came out a lot better. Kind of was learning from my mistakes from before. Okay, next. So this week, yeah, I really tried something pretty different from what I was doing before. This is a much lighter feeling to the spread, which I kind of liked. I used more just kind of a simple, almost like a horizontal, but like 2/3, 1/3 kind of breakout here. And it worked pretty good. I liked having a little bit of extra room here for the summaries. And the one thing I noticed that the longer boxes I find harder to do creative lettering in versus more square or tall boxes. So I've kind of learned that along the way. It just, I don't know why, but it just made it a little bit easier when I have more space vertically than it does when I may have more space horizontally for some reason. But this one was good. I mean, I think it came out pretty good for a little bit of a different layout. And yeah, I liked it. Again, the stamping, this one was super light. I had to go over it with some of those markers again, these twine markers. The tip on the bottom here is so small, so it was really able to get those fine lines in the stamp and kind of make it look seamless instead of trying to re-stamp, which was part of the problem before. And okay, so yeah, so as far as the lettering is concerned, I get inspiration from within the app. So let me pull it up again. So this is how it comes in the app. There's a verse of the day and the little thing, and then usually they'll give you a couple of, you know, examples in a designed form. And so sometimes I get ideas from these, so it helps me vary how the lettering looks. Sometimes I just use my standard variations, which is, you know, lowercase, uppercase, differing cross heights. So like this one has a really low crossbar on the letters, so they look kind of tall and fat. And then sometimes I do it the opposite, where it's more skinny and, you know, the crossbars are higher. That just gives some variation on the lettering. And then thick and thin, and with serif and without, and then of course the brush lettering or the monoline lettering I try to do. And then this was, I think, the last week, yes, of February. So this one I kind of went back to a style that I did all last year, which was a quadrant style. And I added the summary boxes below, so I would have a defined area for my summary on this spread layout. And that worked a little bit better, but again, I felt like I didn't have enough room some weeks for, or some days for the actual full summary of what I've read. But overall, I like this better. Again, I kind of like having a little bit more height when I'm doing my lettering. I just feel like I have more creativity when I have it up and down, more room there. And just a simple stamping on this one. Like I said, very kind of try to keep it pretty clean so that it doesn't look overwhelming. And let's see, so and then the final one is what I read this month. So I decided to do this monthly page at the back of the month and just track all of the verses from that plan I was just showing you guys and what I read. So I could kind of see at a glance like what chapters I went through for the month, and, you know, just get an idea of all of the chapters I went through. Yeah, I'm repeating myself, but yeah. So that is what I've been doing, and I'm continuing this. I'll probably keep this throughout the whole year. I'm going to go ahead and jump in on the comments. Let's see. Yeah, that's a good idea. I like the quadrant style, stretching it to 4 pages. That might be something I'll do in the future when I get more more used to bigger brush pens. So I've been doing a lot of my brush lettering with small tipped pens like the Fudenosuke pen, and then a little bit with these Arteza pens. They have a brush tip, but it's super soft, so it's hard to do really precise brush lettering with it. But it's good for like doing more like block lettering or just filling in with color on this side. So I have been doing that, but maybe once I start maybe trying bigger brush pens like the Tombow here or something similar to that, then I would, you know, be able to need more room and then therefore spread things out maybe into a two spread week, if you will. Let's see. It is nice to see things when they're done. I agree, Lynette. Yeah, it's nice to see everything done. And going back, like last year, looking at last year's lettering, it's really nice just to kind of see how I grew as far as my technique, and then also just the different styles and everything. It's really nice to look back on. Yeah, let's see, how did you start brush lettering and what do you recommend? So I started brush lettering in my Faith Planner, and I just started with a preset layout, which was the Happy Planner monthly layout at the time. And I started out with monoline lettering before I jumped into brush pen. So monoline lettering looks more like this, where it's a cursive, but it's not thick, thin strokes. So I really wanted to figure out what I wanted my lettering to look like first for my own style. And so I did it for a full year, verse of the day only, and kind of trying out different techniques with the monoline lettering and various print lettering. That's how I started, and I just looked at examples of other people, like how they shaped their letters, and tried to find the shapes that I was gravitating to and incorporate those into my own style. And I pretty much came up with my own lettering, if you will, my own style of lettering, and that's what I use. And then from there, the next year, I added the brush, so trying to do that same lettering I kind of honed for the first year, and then did more of a brush style with thick, thin strokes with that same lettering and trying to pursue that. So that's what I did last year, and then I'm just kind of carrying that throughout this year as well. As far as things for pens and stuff, I do recommend when you get to the brush lettering technique, the Tombow Fudenosuke pen in a hard tip. It's very small, the brush, if you can see that, it's so small, but it's perfect for lettering in a planner. If you really want to get into, you know, like large letter brush lettering, then Tombows are great for that. They do take a little bit of time to get the technique because they're a little softer than the one I just showed you. But when you're ready for the bigger stuff, Tombows are really a good option. But I'm not really a lettering expert. I've never really done anything that's super technical as far as following a plan of lettering technique. So this is just how I've grown my own style and learn just from visual, looking at other people's stuff and trying to create things from my own as well. Let's see. I can't even manage to mix fonts creatively. Aw. Let's see. You still want to see it all once, but you could do two folded pages is a good idea. You could do something like this, or oh yeah, that would be cool. Or even like a fold out. Good ideas. I'll have to think about that for next year now that I'm transitioning into this more bullet journal style for my Faith. So that's pretty much my Faith planner, and as you can see, I have March already set up. I've got that rainbow going for March. I'm going to go ahead and move out February, so this is my normal technique where I take out a month and then put in a month. So I had to put in March, obviously, because March already began, but I wanted to keep these guys in here so I could show you before we transition. So this is my actual Faith planner. And I do have a setup video on from, I think, back in December. It shows, you know, how this is set up. It's very hodgepodgey. I haven't really used a traditional Happy Planner in a while. The only one I have that is a store-bought planner from the Happy Planner is my budget planner. And so I had a lot of extra stuff like dividers and things, and so I used that to kind of create my own planners this year. And this is what I'm using for my faith. So we've got that. I'm going to go ahead and move that to the side. Quick drink of water. Throat's getting dry. Okay, so I've got that, and so I will quickly go over, I use some tabs in my planner to help me navigate through the day, or not through the day, but through the planner, but like kind of in a consecutive manner. So I just flip to each of these tabs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like go through in the morning, and I hit all of the spreads I need to hit in that order. So it's set up chronologically on how I'm going to go through my planner in the morning, and then also is it's also intuitive the way that I've designed the tabs so that the month is always in the middle. The weekly spreads are always on this tab, the like third tab. Special stuff is here on the outside, and then usually there's like some kind of section in each of the planners at the beginning that I keep here on the first tab. So it just helps me to look. I don't have to look. Sometimes I can just count back. So if I know I want my health spread, then I can go like 1, 2, 3. I know I'm in my health and pick the one I need. So it's a cool system. I love my tabs. I do have videos on those if you want to know all the ins and outs of how I work through my tabs. But yeah, they're pretty awesome. And so that's how this is set up right now. Let me just look real quick. Can my pages be compatible to an Erin Condren Life Planner? I'm sure they could. I haven't looked at the sizing for Erin Condren's Life Planner, but if it's similar to like the Happy Planner Classic size, which I knew Erin Condren used to be, yeah, you could easily make that happen in an Erin Condren. Well, I know they have like a binder now for Erin Condren, whereas before it was always on the coil. So yeah, you could definitely customize your own planner using any of my printables. And you can resize things too. I do have resizable printables in my shop, or if you need any help, before you pick what you want, just ping me on Etsy in the messages, and I'll be happy to walk you through any questions you have on what you're about to buy before you commit and give you the 411. Sorry, guys. All right. So that was that. Now we get to jump ahead. Okay, yeah, so there's my faith. And so like I said, I've got the 3 tabs there for faith, and now we're going to jump into my next planner, which is my daily planner. Okay, whew. Breathe. Okay, let's jump in. I've got my daily routines here at the front, and these are the same, that nothing has really changed. I've got a morning routine that is just a quick rundown of how I kind of go through my morning. And then I have this master schedule, which is like if I had a perfect week, this is how everything would flow, and I would get everything I needed to done in this kind of order and fashion. So it's a nice guide when I'm trying to figure out how to plan my week. And then I have at the back of it my block schedule, which is a similar type of thing, but it's blocking out time segments in your day for different activities and only working on those specific things during those time blocks. Again, I have a video setting all of these up and explaining each one in detail, so if that's something you think you need, just check out the video called Routine Building on my channel. It's part of my productivity series, and I walk you through everything, and if it's something you, like I said, you think you need in your planner, definitely check that video out for more details. So we're getting into my daily planner. So yes, this is an insert from my shop, and I'm using my horizontal layout for my shop with a few modifications, which you'll see. So this is the cover, and the first monthly spread is where I put my memory keeping, if you will, for the month. So let me quickly answer that question. So yes, the hourly slots are stickers. So these here, if you're wondering, these were stickers from the Productivity Brights sticker book from the Happy Planner. Okay, so yeah, so back to this. This is a monthly layout, and I had trouble. There's a really loud car. Hold on. I had trouble doing my monthly layouts or using my monthly layouts to their fullest before in previous years. And so last year I started doing just writing a memory a day on the monthly and fell in love with that. So I've kept that going. I'm a pretty boring person, so I don't have a lot going on. And so it's just nice to kind of differentiate each day from the next and have some little highlight that might, kind of change the feel of the day, so things don't start to blend together and you lose all the, time, and you're just like, where did the days go? So this has been good for that. Let's see. So I did a really cute design. I really like these florals, and I added some washi. I was on the fence on whether or not I was going to use a black pen on this one because I used black in January and it was kind of dark and kind of heavy. So I did still use a black pen, but I used a really thin pen. So I like to use the Pigma Micron pens for this part of my planner, for the memory keeping. And I usually use a 03. This time I decided to use a 01, and I liked it a lot better. It just had a lighter feel, and I think it worked better with the floral feels. But it's just a nice, thin tipped black pen. It doesn't smear. It's really like almost immediately erasable, which is awesome. And so that's what I ended up using this month. I was going back and forth. I thought I might use gray or another color. It was just lighter, but I think that thin black pen worked out well. So that's what I do, and I've been using a little bit of monoline lettering mixed in with just my regular print handwriting, along with a few doodles here and there, but light on the doodles. And then I use the sidebar for events or anything I really want to keep track of for the month, and I use some little washi dots this month to kind of denote which went with which. And then I also wrote down the books that I read for the month. So I started doing that in January and almost forgot to do it for February, but I fit them in there, and that's how it turned out. This is the first week of February, and this was definitely a plannable challenge. Let me go see what plannable challenge it was, because I already forgot. Oh. Ready for anything was the theme. So for this guy, red is a hard color to work with, as I've mentioned. So I was happy that I had these red florals that had a little bit more like pink tones as well mixed in. So I tried not to make it too overwhelming with the red and kind of mix in more of the pink and kind of diffuse the redness of it. And I think it turned out good. I didn't think it was overwhelming for the week. And I do my checklists every week along with usually some kind of focus area on each day. So that's my main setup on my planner. And usually I tackle maximum 3 to 4 things a day. If I tackle more than that, it's usually a very productive day. And the kind of things I write down are things that take a couple hours at least to do. I know some people like to track a lot of the smaller things like, load the dishwasher, throw in laundry, all the little like kind of small items, call so-and-so. And that for me is just not how my day usually runs. I'm usually tackling something big that's going to take me a while to handle. So that's what I want to make sure that I'm getting done so that I can move on to the next day's activities. Anywho, that's how this came out. And then for the next week, I did a farmhouse theme. I think I ended up doing the plannable challenge in my health this week. So this one was just a theme I wanted to do. This one was really fun. It took me a little while to work this one out, as I recall, in the plan with me. And yeah, the let's off my train of thought. I looked over in the chat. Somebody was asking about the floral stickers. So here, I'll come back. So floral stickers, these ones I believe were from one of the floral books. I want to say Fun Florals or just Florals. I can't recall. Or maybe even layered florals as well. Let me look real quick. Maybe I'll have it. But I think it was from, not that one. I think it was from Flowers, actually. Sorry. This book. Yes, this is the book. Flowers. So this one came out maybe 2 years ago. But yeah, it's all flowers. So there's a piece of tape on that. But a good book because it's all just big decor. Thank you guys for jumping in and trying to help there with the, the flowers. Okay, back to the meat of this. So yes, so this was the farmhouse theme I did. I used some cardstock that I had in my stash, and I just liked the muted tones, and the cows were bringing me joy for the week. Pretty functional. I actually used some stickers from the horizontal layout sticker book, which was one I haven't really liked in general, but trying to use more of my stash. So this was a great way to use a couple of those up, and mixed in some, these are from the Dollar Tree actually, so I had some Dollar Tree stickers in here. Also, I broke out my Tombow again for my planner spreads, which I actually started doing that a little bit more, you'll see in the next couple spreads, just to add some punch to my layouts and try some different techniques with the lettering. And I liked that a lot, actually, the little pops of black. Yeah, so this was really a fun one. I really enjoyed it. And yeah, okay. Next was the Valentine's week theme, and this theme was, again, I have to look these things up. I can't remember when I need to. Well, this one was From the Heart. So this one was From the Heart. I really liked this one. It was a little bit softer, so I ended up bringing in that darker black pen too on this one, just again for a little bit of punch. Pastel colors. I did some washi layering, which was kind of fun, and then also used some stickers from my stash that I've been saving actually for this, for a Valentine's spread, and almost forgot them, and I was glad I pulled those out, as well as some stamps. So I tried some stamping techniques too. It was fun. It was good to, you know, try some different things and, you know, just experiment and have fun with it. Let's see. Yes, stamps. Really want to get more into stamping. I think that's a really good way to plan more budget conscious, if you will. I love having all of the stickers, of course. We all would, you know, buy all the things. But I found that I have like a huge stash of books that are still, you know, not fully used, and I just want to make sure that I'm using things and not letting them sit and go to waste. And so I think stamps is a good way to kind of bridge that. If you can get stamps that you will use over and over again, then it makes it worth the money. And this is how this turned out. Now we are on to the last week in February, which is Be the Light was the theme for the Plannable Challenge. And if you're unfamiliar with the Plannable Challenge or new to my channel for some reason, it's just a month of themes that me and Planogram over on Instagram, her name is Catherine, we provide each month for you guys to just get out of your comfort zone and try some new themes and get some fresh ideas for your planner. And it's fun. It's nice to try different things that maybe you wouldn't have thought to try in the future. Or try it in the past. Or, I don't know what I'm trying to say there, but yeah. Anywho, you know what I mean. Anyway, so for this one, I was not real sure how to do Be the Light. Catherine actually came up with that theme, and I thought it was good, but then I was like, how am I going to make this work? So I went super literal and actually did some light bulbs and created these stickers with my foam memo printer. I'll just quickly show you guys. So I've used this a couple of times in my like horizontal spreads in the past for creating my own stickers, and it's really great if you just need a simple outlined or a black only type sticker for your spread. You could just basically print anything you want straight off the internet and make your own stickers. And the size of the labels are about 2 inches. So this one, you know, I printed it long ways. And yeah, it's super easy. I do have a video on this if you're interested in the foam memo, if you want to see how you can make your own stickers with it. But yeah, so it was just nice because I didn't really have anything in my stash I thought worked for Be the Light. So I just went with the light bulbs and then found some kind of coordinating stickers and washi that I thought worked. High contrast spread with kind of the black and then more of the peach tones. I also did some like ink, from stamping ink, kind of, what do you call this, blending? Some blending, yes, and some splatter as well on this one. So it was really fun, just trying different things and seeing what worked. Let's see. Is there a way we can be part of the challenge aside from Instagram? I don't use that platform, but sometimes want to do the challenges. Yeah, you can always just do the challenges. I post in my community section of YouTube, I post the challenges around the 19th of the month, 19th to 20th. And so you could just grab them from there if you're not on Instagram, straight off of YouTube, and then just plan along with us. You just don't have really a platform to share it with others. We usually do it on Instagram so people can share their spreads with others, but if you just want to follow along for yourself and kind of see what you can come up with, yeah, just go ahead and check us out on YouTube. Let's see. Yes, I agree. Instagram is, I would say Instagram is, yeah, it's fun, but I don't know. It's also, I have some qualms about Instagram. We could talk about that later if you guys want to. I'm not a fan of the way that Instagram's going, but that's okay. Can I post on Pinterest? Oh yeah, you could post on Pinterest too, and share. If you guys want to share them here on YouTube, I guess a good way would be to put them in the comments of the Plan With Me when I do the theme. So like for this one, when I did Be the Light, maybe if you do a theme, just go ahead and share it in the comments so I can see it and other people can see it as well if they just want to see what you're doing. The link to your, you know, your spread on Pinterest. You guys are so sweet. Thank you guys all for being so awesome and following my channel. And yeah, I just love you all. Thank you so much. Happy times. Okay, so this is how it turned out. Again, I did a little bit of the thicker lettering on the spread, so I just thought that added a nice pop of black in some areas, and it's fun to do. It just takes a little bit more for me to do that. I like it, but I don't know how some people make these really cool spreads with all kinds of different lettering, but because I'm definitely using this as a planner, I have to really think ahead before I actually write in things that are with that like permanent ink. I will mention this. I use the friction pens for a majority of my planner, just like basic tasks and things, and they are erasable. So that's super important to me because I make so many mistakes, or if plans change or whatever, I like to be able to cancel, to erase it instead of having to cross it off. Like here I had to actually cross it off because I wrote it in with the permanent ink. And I just prefer to have the ability to erase and redo things. So love friction pens for that. Again, if you're new to my channel, I talk about those a lot. Those are some of my staple planner items. But if you're new to my channel, there's so many different options of those. Just check out Amazon. I usually have a link to them in my descriptions of all of my videos because I use them religiously. And yeah, so friction pens are great if you are a little bit scared of writing in your planner. They're so handy for keeping your planner clean, and I don't know, I just love them. Let's see. Okay, so the last thing on my daily is my habit tracker, and so this is a customized page from the planner out of the box. It comes with just a basic notes page, and what I do is I replaced it out with this habit tracker that's also from my shop. It's a resizable, and there's sorry, there's a really loud noise. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. Anyway, so I just replaced it with one of these on the back of each of my months, and I used that just so I can get some use out of this page. I really wasn't using it in the past, so this year, or I think I did this last year as well, I did the habit tracker, and it's been a really good way to kind of get the most out of this page. I sectioned it off into 4 different sections. The top is my faith morning routine, basically, and making sure I hit all the buttons there. I have some like personal care stuff, workout, health related stuff, and then here's more just like things I want to do more of, like book reading or certain kind of goals that I'm trying to achieve. And also going outside. That's a big goal for me every day because I get a little bit homebody-ish working from home. So I try to keep track of how many days I don't leave the house so that I can keep on it and make sure I at least get out, get some fresh air. Let's see. Yes, Friction should definitely pay me because I love them. I actually reached out to them early on. I was like, "Hey, you guys want to collab?" But they weren't. They were like, "Meh," so it doesn't matter. It's like, "Oh, okay." Okay. Anyway, that is my daily section. So we're gonna go ahead and move that out now. Where are we? This is my. That's my. Is this my daily? Yeah, this is my daily. Okay. This is my daily planner. Again, another kind of a hodgepodge of mixed items. Discs are from one planner, covers from another, dividers are from another planner, and since this is my insert, it just kind of grouped it all together and made a planner so I could easily move things in and out each month. But it's more of like a storage of all the months ready to go, so I don't have to think too hard as the month or as the year goes through. And that's just where it lives. And again, March is already in there. And this will go back on the shelf. And again, I've got my daily routines in the front, month, week, and then at the back I even have my tab for my habits. So I can go right to that and make sure I write those in every day. Okay. Let me see if I missed anything. That's smart, Janet, to get it on an app to go outside. Yeah, it's it's hard sometimes. I don't know. I know it's just like you get kind of in a groove, and especially in the winter time, I'm sure some of you guys live in those colder climates. I live in Southern California, so it really shouldn't be that much of a challenge, but it still is. So anyway, so on to the next planner. So we've done 2, we're on to the third of 5. The health planner I have set up in a wellness layout, which you'll see, but at the front of this I have my goals insert, which I do have a setup video on, and then on the inside is where I track my weight and measurements for the month, as well as my monthly stats. And again, I do have a setup video. I won't open this because my weight still is not where I want it to be. Hoping to make some changes again this month. I keep saying that. I feel like I say that every month. It was starting off really good in January, and then it just kind of like, I don't know, I just started getting lazy, and it's not good. It's not good. I really need to make some changes. Struggling a lot since I can't go to the gym. I don't know if any of you guys are struggling the same way or have same kind of health goals, but I used to go to the gym a lot, and now I really can't go because I'm, it's a little too confined for me at this point. So just trying to find ways to, get back to that level of health and fitness that I was at, and it's been challenging. So anyway, this is the insert. I really love looking at this insert. I like how it is kind of bookmarked here, or yeah, I guess it's bookend. What do you call that? When you take 2 pieces of wood and you flip them like this, it's called I think it's bookended. Well, one of you will tell me, I'm sure. Anyway, I like that they're next to each other, so when I'm putting in my habits, I kind of look through and then I see this like every day, and it just kind of reminds me, okay, you've got goals, you gotta get there, you gotta do some stuff. So hopefully I can keep going. And on the back, I still have yet to do something with the back of this. Somebody suggested a vision board last live, and I still might do that. I just, again, I haven't really been that motivated, so I really need to really get my ducks in a row and get that going. I also have this meal plan sheet, bookended, thank you. I have this meal planning sheet that I wanted to use last month and I didn't. So I have it here just in case I get ambitious and want to do it again. I love the idea of having meals all prepped. I just hate the physical labor of it, of doing the planning, doing the prepping. Once it's prepped, it's great, but I wish somebody would just do that for me and all would be good. So I have the sheet in here ready to go, and it has just a place to like kind of break out your macros if you're tracing those, or your calories, and kind of break down your different meals and what you're shooting for your daily totals. And then on the back you can put in recipes and a grocery list, which is really, I think, what I needed. I wasn't finding that anywhere, so I created an insert more for myself, but I always put those things out there if I can, so in case somebody else has the same desires as I did for a certain type of printable, it's there for you guys to use. That's a good idea, doing a review of the habits on the back of the habit tracker. I like that idea. I wanted to do a separate sheet for that so I could do it monthly. This one is basically going to be for the entire year, so whatever I put here needs to be an annual type thing that I could keep for the full year. So that's why I haven't really committed to it just yet. But I do like that idea of like a goal review each month, which is something I want to incorporate at some point into my planner as well. And let's see, oh yes, okay, so here at the front of my health planner, I'm using the perpetual style calendar to track my weight. So this style of calendar, I have my weight kind of just running, and I'm just tracking it every day. I started doing it this year just because things were kind of getting out of hand slowly, and I just wanted to keep an eye on where I was and how I was fluctuating. So that's been good. And then I also created a separate sheet for my strength training workouts each month. So I'll go ahead and show you guys the February's. I moved it because I didn't want to forget to show you guys. So this was actually February's schedule for my strength training, and what I've been doing is on the back I write down the routine that I'm going to do and kind of get that figured out, and what days and what body parts. So I've just been doing that on the back, and then I keep track of the days I'm supposed to do it with some highlighted colors that are actually friction highlighters. These are erasable as well. So if something doesn't go to plan, I can erase it and write over it, which it didn't go to plan a couple of days. So I can just easily erase and replace it with, if I didn't do it or whatever. But friction highlighters are really great. And I started this in January just kind of loosely, and I feel like that really worked. So I'm going to do it again here for March, and I have here for February if you guys are interested with this. Let's see. Hey, is that meal plan available in my shop? Yes, it's there under the resizable inserts. Let's see. Awesome. I will be grabbing that insert too. I think I'll probably be me. What's your stuff? Okay. Yay. This guy here is a single month insert that came from the Happy Planner Be Grateful box that I got over like the holiday season. And so there's just a bunch of empty sheets, and this is how I've been finding ways to use them, and I really like this setup, so I'll probably keep this going throughout the whole year. So this is how February turned out. I'm going to go ahead and move that forward. Oh, this is this month. Yeah, so I can remember to add that into my planner. So there's that, and then we jump into my monthly overview. This one, I just throw stickers down. I don't really think about it too hard, and I use it mainly in a functional manner. This is a lined version of the monthly layout in my shop, so I actually replaced the unlined version with this lined version so that I could write fairly neatly on the spread and kind of get a nice clean look. I've been tracking my steps here at the top each day just so I can get a nice overview of how much walking I'm doing. It's another goal of mine this year, is to walk more. And then below I just do a little synopsis of all of the chronic allergy, asthma nonsense that I deal with on a daily basis, and try to keep track of how I'm feeling and, just ups and downs and things that might be affecting it. So that's kind of what I do here on the monthly in my health. And here is the first week of my health spreads, and this one was so fun, you guys. This one I used a stencil from Tim Holtz, and Also some stickers from Cocoa Daisy, yes, on this guy. And it's just nice and bright, fun colors, lots of, energy really to bring to the spread, and it just kind of helps push me to do more things. So I really enjoyed this. My health spreads are pretty consistent as far as how they're laid out. I usually have my workout somewhere near the top, sometimes mixed in with the decor, sometimes not. And then I have my stats, which I get straight off my watch, and my food log, which I keep track of with an app called MyFitnessPal, and write in the total calories at the end of the day as well. So there's that. I also will have some goals for the week and my habits I track for some main things. Closed rings, I get a lot of questions about that. That is from the Apple Watch. That's how they track the, I should be standing up. It's telling me I should be standing up right now. It's how they track the goals. They have these 3 rings, and we'll show you there. So I just track if I get them closed or not. And the rest is just, my daily step count that I'm going for, my water tracker, things like that. So this is how the first week turned out. Really fun. Again, I was really into trying some new stuff at the beginning of February, which I'll have to bring back, do some more of that. So this one here was a floral theme. So this was the second week of the Plannable Challenge that I did in my health instead of in my horizontal. And it was Bloom. So I, again, try to use some stickers that I don't normally use. And these florals came from a color story book. So there wasn't a lot of them. And I find that if I am working with decor where there's not a lot, it works better in my health spreads because I do so much more functionality around it. I can get away with less decor. So I did that. I got the florals in there. I used some quotes from, I think this one was the maybe colorful florals. I think that's where those came from. And the other one was from, like I said, a color story book. I can't remember which one. I also print or pre-print my own stat stickers. So I just have a little template for those, and then also for these habit trackers as well. This layout itself is from my shop. So yes, this is the wellness layout. Although I did add in the hydration tracker to this layout in particular because the wellness layout doesn't normally have it. But I really wanted it. And I can customize inserts too if you guys are looking for something specific on one of my inserts that you just need it tweaked just a little bit for yours, or maybe tweaked a lot, but you can just reach out to me on Instagram, or not Instagram, on Etsy, and I can give you an idea of what I can do for you as far as customization. But yeah, so I customized my wellness layout by adding in the hydration tracker. The health version, which I used all last year, is very similar to this. It's just got a little bit of different order of where the boxes are, and that one, it does include the health tracker, or hydration tracker, I should say. So yeah, hopefully that gave you a rundown of the inserts. Oh, and here I incorporated the workouts kind of intermixed into the decor. So the next week, I again kind of got a little more creative. I was inspired by just this strip of, this was actually a box sticker that I cut up into strips, and I just liked the little splotches and the different colors, so I decided to take that for inspiration and sort of recreate that at the top using just some simple Crayola super tips. If you are looking for a budget way to do more coloring in your planner, with things that won't bleed, the super tips are pretty good. They look like this. This is a Crayola super tip, and they look like the old school basic Crayola markers, just a little bit smaller, so you can work with them a little better in a planner and have box sets of 25, 100, something like that, whatever you need. And it's just a good way to add some extra color without the bleed through. So I haven't had any problems with them bleeding through in any of my pages. So a nice budget-friendly option if you're looking for one. Everything else is pretty much the same and consistent. Habit trackers, stats, workouts, food log, calories. So this one was kind of, basic but fun, and I liked the colors. Bright colors are always good. And take a quick drink of water. My throat's getting dry again. Okay, so this is the last week of February, and this one here, I actually got some stickers from the Dollar Tree, which was really awesome. They're decal stickers, so they're not like, I don't know, I think they're made for putting on like water bottles or computers or, you know, things like that, like your laptop or whatever. But they're really, really good stickers. They're nice and big, which I love big stickers, you guys. It makes making something, you know, designed so much easier than having to deal with small stickers. So I just cut this guy out of the one that I had there and kind of added in a little bit of fun, a few of the things that were actually stickers, and then drew in a few as well. And simple, but just a nice color scheme, and I think it worked out really good, especially for, you know, Dollar Tree stickers. And this was just one of, I think, you know, on the sheet, there's plenty left over, so I could do probably at least 3 or 4 different layouts using just that one sheet of stickers for $1. So it's definitely worth it. And yeah, you can just kind of get an overview and see how things went. But yeah, so that's my health planner. And then at the back, I do a similar thing with the habit tracker I did in the daily. I replaced it with this one, which is very similar setup. I just changed out the header to be meds and supplements, and the same here, but the basic layout is the same, and that way I could just track all of the stuff I'm taking for my allergies and asthma and just see, you know, if I'm going heavy in certain medications on certain days, or if there's, you know, certain vitamins that seem to be helping, or herbs or supplements. So I've been using that to kind of just track them and see where I'm at health-wise. Okay, so I think we're ready to move everything out. Let me go ahead and move things here. Let's see. Is that everything? Yeah, I think that's everything. Oh, let me see where I put I put it at the back, so let me put this guy here in the back as well. And it's kind of nice that I have these set up so that I can go back to them maybe, you know, in a few months when I want to, again, change things up, and I won't have to start from scratch. I might have something already pre-ready to go, and I can just go back to that. So I'm really excited about that little idea. Hopefully it will help. And again, I got my health trackers here at the front, and then health month and health week, and the meds. So now we're into the last section, which is my social. And again, I know that this isn't everybody's cup of tea as far as social. Not, you know, a lot of you are on social, so it might be something that's not a big interest to you. But if you're a functional planner and you like dashboard layout, you might find something interesting in this section for you. So I start off with the perpetual calendar for this planner and use that to track my just daily subscribers and followers on Instagram and YouTube. And I just write it daily. I don't really do too much with that. I just kind of keep a running list. And then we jump over to the month of February. So the monthly layout is very functional for me. I pretty much just write in the posts that I think I want to do on Instagram in blue. The boxes are videos that I want to do, and then all of this again is using my friction pen, so I can make changes, erase. Sometimes I make multiple changes and erase the heck out of things, so it gets its use. It gets pretty well used. And as the days go by, I cross things off. And it's just, yeah, it's as pretty simple as that. Nothing too spectacular. And I try to set this up about a month in advance for, well, like maybe 2 weeks in advance. I shouldn't say a month in advance, for the following month. So I should start working on March probably next week. Not March, April. And I have my plannable challenge themes here ready to go as well. So the first week of February, I actually used a lot of Cocoa Daisy sticker sheets for my social setups this month. And I really liked their color schemes. This one I did like a little paper plane theme, which was super fun. I did some like dot patterns and what have you. That turned out great. Let's see, hold on, I got something going on my watch. It's distracting me. I put down the posts here on the dashboard side, if you will. I changed out a few things on the standard sheet that you get. I customized it for myself. So this is where I keep track of the videos and the production process for the videos. I have headers for the tasks and the routines. I kind of do that every week. And then I also put in this little grid for, again, Instagram followers and YouTube subscribers and tracking that. And then the rest is just stuff kind of built in that I, filled in with the stickers and made some fun, colorful layouts. I really liked how this month turned out as far as decor. I used to use a pre-designed planner for my social from the Happy Planner, but because Happy Planner didn't come out with anything other than neutral planners really this year, especially in dashboard, I was kind of out of luck as far as what I could use. So instead of, just using my out-of-the-box insert, I decided that I was going to pre-decorate them, all for the month ahead of time. So I would just have to jump in and do the functional stuff each week and have them already pre-designed. So that's what I did, and I set up this guy, like I said, ahead of time, a month in advance before I got into it. So that was the first one. That was all Cocoa Daisy. I did add these little post-its in so I would remember which sticker books I used. So for this one, I used Cocoa Daisy stickers with the Colorful Floral sticker book. And this one turned out really good. I really loved the colors on this one. Just the greens and the patterns and just the soft watercolor florals was really, really nice. I like to coordinate my highlighters with the color schemes in the washi tapes. Or not the washi tapes, in the stickers for the decor, and just kind of make it all feel like a cohesive theme. So this is how this one turned out. I also put the videos here on the side. I don't think I mentioned that, for whatever day I'm going to be posting those videos. And yeah, I think that's the only thing I didn't mention. So there's that one. And this guy was Valentine's week. So I used some older sticker books. I used the Memory Keeping Holiday sticker book for a lot of these like older straight up black and red stickers. And then these two paper stickers, along with I think these little arrows, came from the winter sticker book from not last year but the year before, one of the newer winter sticker books, if you will. There's a page of Valentine's stuff in there, so I pulled those in here and there and tried to use up a lot of those random stickers that are just like laying around and needed some love. And then finally, I think this is the last week, February, I went back to Cocoa Daisy stickers and brought in some washi from the Happy Planner as well. Really like how this one turned out too. Very springy, fun colors. I like the little snails, super cute. And you can kind of see these were the florals matching somewhat to the Faith Planner from the beginning. They did stamps of these similar type of flowers, and so this was the same kit. Really cool. I really liked this one a lot, and that was it for my social. And at the back, I've been doing just a quick review on this basic notes page. So this is what comes with the planner itself, so it's kind of a free-for-all, however you want to use it. And I just keep track of like how many subscribers and followers I have and the changes between the months. So that's the back of social, and so that's my fourth planner in here. My fifth planner is actually my budget planner from the Happy Planner, which I'm not going to go through, but it's just the basic Happy Planner budget. I don't do very much decorating other than laying down some like bill pay stickers on my monthly, and then I write in a lot of the expenses and things, and I use that mainly for my budgeting for my household and for my business. And then I also use where it says finance sales. That is where I keep track of my Etsy daily sales as well. And it's on a perpetual calendar. So that's basically it. Nothing else has changed in the back. I have my reference section behind it and some note paper. And that is it. Whew. All right. Hopefully you guys like that. A little bit faster, a little bit more succinct this week. And if you have any questions that you didn't get a chance to answer, now is the time. Go ahead and shoot those in. And if there's any suggestions of things you'd like to see that, on my channel or in my planner that you might be thinking about trying to do and not real sure how to make it happen, like an insert or, just different options, do let me know. I would love to hear your ideas, and if I can make it happen, I definitely will do that. But yeah, I'm excited you guys were able to come and join me for this live. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. And yeah, thank you. I'm going to quickly look in the chat, see if there's anything I missed. Let's see, this is great. Daily sheet. Yes, thank you. Be sure to like, and if you aren't subscribed already, do think about it. I do a lot of plan with me's as well as some tutorial type videos through my channel. And again, I'm always looking for ideas. So again, if there's anything I can do to help you guys make your planners better, let me know. Okay, you guys, I think I'll go ahead and wrap this up. Thanks for joining me. Yeah, so I'll do my little spiel. Let's see. So don't forget to like and subscribe. And yeah, I feel like I can't. Every time I end these things, I don't know what to say. I feel like my brain goes out the window, and I'm like, oh, I guess we're done here. Okay, thanks so much, you guys. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next month. I'll keep these going for the time being, so I'll do one again in March, and hopefully you can join me again then. All right, bye-bye.